What's up? What's up? What's up? We dropping frames. What's going on, everybody? We are back. Are we live? Yep, we're live. Shout out to United Airlines. They got me, guys. United got me, bro. They got me good. They got me. I don't know what else to say. We'll stream a little bit today. I'm a little tired. But we'll continue streaming. Today is Thursday, Takedown Thursday. Go for some takedowns for me. And that's it, man. We're just gonna keep streaming. Let's watch some jiu-jitsu matches to start. We got Mr. Kit Dale out here versus Wagner Hosha. We're gonna watch this match. Break it down a little bit. You guys can't even see. There we go. Again, today is Takedown Thursday. Shout out to United Airlines. I'm gonna keep talking about them too. They got me, bro. They got not just me. They got a lot of people. Man, they cooked me, bro. Whew. Good old United, bro. Let's watch this.
Playing with house money. He's already a legend. He just loves competing.
Yeah. And he's
Good wrestling from Wagner. Testing the head, moving forward. He's good, bro. He had that heart attack and he came back stronger. They gave him a new heart, guys. A little bit of testing the legs, upper body, lower body. Controlling the pace. Kit Dale does not look his normal self. You don't look his normal self out there. So we talked about Wagner and the fight sports guys. They tough. They gonna scrap, you know. When you fight anybody from fight sports, you gotta put them away. You gotta put them away, just like Lucas Lepre or JT Torres or Mika Galval would. You gotta beat these guys with more technique. But you can't rely solely on technique because they're gonna fight dirty. They're gonna slap you. They're gonna poke you, thumb in your throat. So far, it looks like Wagner's doing better on the feet. Man, he just had a heart attack not too long ago, so that's pretty amazing. Josiah, what's up, bro? EBI 25, September 12th, Gianni Grippo. You guys love Gianni, bro. This is the Gianni live stream. Gianni, you need to start your own live stream for these guys so they can mess with you. Competing, many people competing going to be EBI lightweight champ. All submissions, you think he gonna win or no? Grippo, he doesn't have a submission oriented game, so I mean he might be Gio Martinez, but I mean it's hard to beat these new up and coming guys.
This is where it's going to be decided. Whoever gets on top.
We're gonna talk about EBI. Let's get through the match first, and we'll get to EBI. You guys gotta let me warm up, bro. United Airlines got me. Wagner's looking a lot better than Kit Dale. As an athlete, you're gonna have your on days, your off days. Wagner's he's in his hometown. He probably was at home chilling. Got the routine down. Kit Dale, he from Australia. Well, I think he lives in Vegas or somewhere, but it's kind of rough going West Coast to East Coast. Yeah, snatch single. So far, Wagner dominating, and he's got the home team advantage. You see, he's heavy on the head, very aggressive. You can't let him out wrestle you. You can't let him dictate the pace. You gotta beat Wagner with better cardio. So if you think you're gonna contain your energy and beat Wagner, you gotta beat him with more technique and more cardio. When he fought Margali, Wagner didn't have nothing for Margali or Gordon Ryan. Wagner says, Josiah says Wagner is tough as nails. For him to make it through the heart issues and still fighting, respect. these guys ain't here for a long time. They here for a good time. So we don't know what's going on. We don't know what that blood pressure, that heart's looking like, them arteries looking like. Hope they run it back. Kid Dale was out of commission. He was retired for a long time. Kid Dale did the Giles trials, and then he fought Sanji Hibero, and now this is like his third kind of tournament match, major match format. So far, Kid Dale has not really managed an offense, so you got to keep that in mind when you're doing these matches. What does it look like to the audience? Who does it look like who looks like they're winning? I would have to say Wagner. He's kind of look at him. He's dominating the head. He's dominating the match, the movement, like the control on the mat. And he's got the home team advantage, so you can't be chilling out here fighting these dudes. What the heck was that?
Not a great lip reader, but I think there's probably action on blue. See him do something.
Wagner's saying some stuff. When you fight these kind of guys, you gotta be sharp mentally, man. You can't let them get in your head. Don't let them do this BS kind of trying to brother you, big dog you. You gotta hit. Oh, you gotta hit them with technique. You can't let him control the pace. It ain't gonna work. So Kid Dale's letting him control the pace. So you can't be upset when you don't win.
It's just that pressure on the back of the head. Yeah. Can't get your own takedown going if you can't look up. There's the arm drag.
Josiah says happy takedown Thursday. Yep, today's takedown Thursday. Wish I could take down Gianni Grippo. He pulls guard, so he couldn't take him down. Wagner and Kid are cool. I love seeing the older dudes out here. Older dudes be competing more than the young dudes.
Head goes, body goes. That's right. First thing they teach us.
Nice snatch.
There's a single leg drive.
So I don't know what Kid Dale's doing. He as Kamal Bay would say, he's stiff as what was he say, drywood. You're as stiff as driftwood, bro. So Kid don't really look like he's in the best form.
To the back he goes.
Nice, he might be able to reverse this. Wagner gonna be up on your neck. You know what that means. Go. Let's go. Go for the.
Just hook to lift because getting down. There we go. He's able to stay on the top.
I'll take down Gianni one day. You can't, bro. He pulls guard.
Couldn't turn and get on top.
I don't know if they're gonna run this one back. I think Wagner wants to fight Marcelo. But man, Marcelo ain't somebody you piss off, Marcelo, you piss Marcelo off. Good luck. Did I finish packing? Nah, I flew out, bro. That was 24 hours ago. Shout out to United Airlines, bro. They got me, bro. We got Wagner on top. Let's see what kind of passing he does. Kit's working a little bit of a half guard, knee shield, frames. Shout out to Mr. Henry Atkins. He said half guard's not good. He said half guard the worst guard. Marcelo pick up the phone and fight Wagner. Bro, Marcelo will mess up Wagner. Let Marcelo prepare. You can't. You try. Imagine you pissing off Marcelo Garcia, the nicest man in jiu-jitsu. Let's see what happens after that. Some jiu-jitsu passing from Wagner and some neck coverage, mouth covering muffler from guard. This one you kick him away. Just kick him off you. What you guys can't tell is that these dudes are strong, so they are moving slow. Hey, look at that gnarled up hand in your mouth. Get your hand off my mouth. That's what I would say if I was Kid Dale. I would knock that hand off. I would kick him away. Marcelo is the only one who can beat Gianni. There's a lot of people that can beat Gianni. over and over, and Gianni can't do anything about it. Marcelo Garcia is the only guy in jiu-jitsu I actually fear. Nah, there's a ton. You don't fear Murillo Santana? You don't fear. We got some killers in jiu-jitsu. Is the outside camping stuff essential to guard passing? And no, you don't have to do it this way. You got body lock passing, float passing, knee cut passing, outside passing, Kimura trap passing, backflip passing, over under passing. Yeah, don't do that. Don't put your gray beard on his head. You can do whatever you want. You guys quick to limit yourselves to one style or one technique. Bruce Lee would be ashamed of you guys. My man said, "Be like water." Kid Dell's using an interesting grip here. It's kind of like something you would see for maybe like an entry into the X guard or something like that. We're gonna see what he does with this. Maybe he needs to pummel that other leg. Wagner looks pretty comfortable here, controlling the head. See, entry maybe. Wagner's on the neck. So while this isn't illegal, grabbing the neck and all this stuff, it's not good technique to me. Nice. Oh, you had a good shot there, bro. You should have taken that shot. So Kit he's not really moving well. Sometimes that's how it be. He says, "I'm more like chocolate milk. Them killers are not Marcelo. Marcelo is a killer, and he scares me." There's some killers out there, bro. I tried being like water and it ended up being a juice. So you see Wagner's dominating the stand-up. So, I mean, the judge is already favoring him. He's in Miami. Kid Dell hasn't really, put up an offense. So, when you lose and you didn't do nothing the whole match, I don't know what else to say. You can't be upset.
Kid Dell used to being the bully in these kind of positions, but on the defensive throughout this match.
Yeah, really defensive. Something Wagner's doing really well is that he just keeps attacking, even if the attack's not the best. He's picking them apart slowly. The snatch single, double leg here, boom. He hasn't really, this is a submission tournament, but him grabbing the neck, muffler and all that stuff. That only looks good in the judge's eyes, really. The takedowns are a good bonus. He's got the crowd. Red. We need Marcelo versus Danis. Nah, that would be like my face a little glistening. That would be like Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Anakin. That's what that would be like. Nice. How did he set that up? That's pretty nice. So second time Wagner's almost had the back. He just kind of bum rushes him. So, again, fight sports guys are going to be tough. You're going to have to beat them handedly, All right, Kit, let's turn into that Kit. I feel like Kit should turn into that, maybe sit for that ankle, that leg entry there. He's on top now. All right. Body triangle. I think this is where we see Wagner go for that crazy choke he was aiming for. He just throws his gnarled up hands into your neck. What's up, Marley? What's up going on, bro? I am the jiu-jitsu streaming GOAT because there's only one person that does it, just me, that I know of.
I would assume Wagner is going to pick his time and hit heist up.
Got Marley, Josiah, bro. I thought Marley and Josiah were the same person. Okay, here's the Wagner choke. I think he puts his thumb in your neck. I don't know. It should not be legal. Yeah. Is Josiah another personality of Marley? We don't know. We're wondering. I've never seen Marley and Josiah in the same place at the same time. Nah, we got some more people missing from the gang, bro. And you know, I started late. Just got out the airplane, out the airport. So shout out to United Airlines, bro. They got me, bro. So far Wagner's been, you know, I don't like his submission attempts, but he's been going for the back, the takedowns, the weird submission on the neck. You know, this weird submission here. He's not going to get it, but, you know, it's one of those annoying things where, you know, you got his thumb in your neck. You know, it ain't no real jiu-jitsu, bro. Do the real jiu-jitsu. So, you know, Wagner can stall here. He already won the match at this point. Kit would need to, you know, not break his leg, but have some good entries and, or some type of darce or something, maybe guard pass.
Wagner, I would say, needs to get this left arm all the way underneath like a single leg. Instead of trying to.
So sometimes that methodical jiu-jitsu game can kind of backfire because he's doing actually pretty good here. But 2 minutes, you know, he's already down in the judge's eyes. So he would need like a really good submission attempt to kind of pull it through. Maybe an arm triangle, Kimura. I mean, we already know the spoiler alert. Which one of us is your favorite? Well, you guys are. None of you guys are my favorite. Jason Whitfield, my favorite. Where's Jason Whitfield at? You guys got to put some more time on the stream, bro. Quan might have you guys because I actually know Quan in real life. Mike Kim. Some of the people on the stream I actually know, so. You know, he's going, man, Kit's doing good, but the match is already basically done. He ain't done a submission. Yeah, this basically the match is done. Because I'm still a week into quitting. We two different people. Okay. Again, I haven't seen Marley and Josiah. They on the same. What's your IP address? They on the same computer. You working out? Awesome, bro.
Got that leg in the middle to try to turtle, I would assume. There he's turtled.
Yeah, you got to eat, bro.
Now he has
All right, Kit.
He is actually very
Kit, he didn't do a submission though. Now Kit want to grapple. So I mean, he lost that match for sure.
22 seconds left.
Much respect. Tips to keep their posture down when you're going for triangle and close guard. Scoot back. Hold the head and scoot back. Kit Dale, why weren't you doing that the whole match, Kit Dale? Have long legs. Have long legs. Just stay on the neck, you know. Always have that arm on the neck. You should have all of us fight for your approval. Yeah, we should do EBI. I'm going to have my AJI, Alec. Oh, I can't say ABI, Alec Balding Invitational. We ain't got no creativity. Eddie Bravo Invitational, Craig Jones Invitational, J Flow Invitational. We can't come up with nothing new and original. UFC over there copying Craig Jones word for word and bowl for bowl.
I'm not letting this go. He got behind him, put him down.
Says I weigh less right now than I did in high school. Oh, that's all right, bro. You ready for Mikey, bro? You getting ready for that Mikey match?
This was a situation where
How come Marcelo never once fought for who's number one or EBI? I mean, why would he? Double ADCC champion. He good. It didn't mean nothing for him. Now, he did one championship, so maybe he will come back to fight. Maybe I want to see him fight Wagner. Can we set that up? Alec Baldwin Invitational. You get shot. We get the actual Alec Baldwin, the actor, and he shoots you.
15 minutes of action, we go to our judges, and they've awarded your winner out of the red corner,
You should shave your head and call yourself Alec Balding. Nah. All hair, bro. All natural hair. Marcelo would destroy everybody. There would be no overtime. I mean, do you guys want to see Marcelo destroy everybody? I mean, peak Marcelo would destroy everybody. The only person that could beat peak Marcelo was like, Jacare or Hadra Gracie.
It wasn't so dominant, but it was definitely a win. I thought I won more than majority of the fight. He got a couple good 3 minutes at the end of the match, but the reversal was through my attempt of a takedown and my pass, and then the last scramble, I was like, you know what, I don't want to be in a position where he can attack my neck. Let me turn, go to turtle. But before I talk about the fight, let's talk about the most important thing that is happening tonight in everybody's life. If you don't know, read the scripture on my back.
John 3:16.
See that? That changed my life. Jesus Christ saved my life. And if you are sad and lonely and hurt at home, thinking about nobody loves you, I love you. I love every single one of you, even the haters. You guys that hate all my stuff, I love you because I've learned that I got love when I didn't deserve it. I had grace when I wasn't in the place to have it. And you guys can all have it as well. John 3:16, go look it up.
We all love Jesus, and Jesus loves jiu-jitsu. Let's take a
My man, my Brazilians, everybody goes, the religious route when they go through, not everybody, but a lot of people when they go through any hardship. So I do respect that. I don't want people always running to the Bible as a cover for when they're wrong or do something bad. Kyle Snyder over there. Would Marcelo be able to destroy Ryan? It depends on which Gordon Ryan are we talking about. 2017 Gordon Ryan? Possibly. 2022 Gordon Ryan? Probably not. I think, peak Marcelo, though. Peak Marcelo was tearing everybody up. Says, we're putting in our mat time on this channel right now. Yeah, that does help a little bit. You get 1% better by coming to my live stream. Marcelo destroyed Gianni. He might destroy Gianni again. Yo, sure, for sure. A lot of that's mental, though. Jesus loves jiu-jitsu, and yet Jesus still won't give me Gianni Grippo. You got to pray harder, bro. When you start a roll, what are your guys' first tacit instinctual thoughts? I don't know, make a grip, grab something, tackle and grapple. Envision yourself slapping, bumping, and starting a match. Yeah, tackle and grapple. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, bro. It's like chess. How do you like to open your matches? Okay, I'm going to grab here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to stand up. It's whatever you want to do, bro. You guys can do whatever you guys want to do. Marcelo destroying Gordon Ryan. Marcelo is the real king of jiu-jitsu. Instead of PR training, they have IG, Bible quote training. Yeah. Got a couple stories. I'm tired today, so I'm gonna do what I can. What is that? I'll try and do what I can today. Of course, you got Moneyberg. Moneyberg, you guys love Moneyberg. I don't really care for Moneyberg, but you guys love him. I want to get back into judo again for my stand-up game. Yeah, judo's super awesome.
Facilities that I have and the coaches that I have.
Less than 3 years and a half, I will get my black belt.
Wouldn't you?
1,000%. It's not 100%, 1,000%. I think the first time that I came is about 2 years and a half, maybe, right? 3 years.
2.5, 3 years, probably 3.
Yeah. And I was coming back every 3, maybe 4 months. Mm-hmm. And every time I came back, I was just like, wow. Who was here? You got so much better. Who was here? Oh, Gordon was here. Oh, Mike Musumeci was here. Oh, Jake Shields was here. Frankie Mir was here. And when he tell me these names, those are high-level, top-level fighters.
Best in the world.
Frankie Mir, UFC champion, is still holding the record most submission win in the UFC. It's not only jiu-jitsu, it's jiu-jitsu with the punches, with the small gloves, and the guy is the best. Oh, he spent a lot of hours with Frank Me. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, Jake Shields was here, Strike Force champion, UFC title, fought for the title, beat the best guys around. Great grappler. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Jake Shields. Oh, Valentina was here. Oh, Claudia Gadelha was here. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Gordon Ryan was here. The best at the top, the current best in the world right now, maybe the best in history. Oh, okay, that makes sense. We spent a lot with all these guys. You know what? Show me something that these guys show you that I don't know.
If you would have had access to facilities that I have and the coaches that I have,
Less than 3 years and a half, I will get my black belt.
wouldn't you?
1,000%. It's not 100%.
What's crazy to me is that, you know, Gilbert Burns, really legit. Mikey, super legit. Gordon, super legit. Some of those other people, super legit. Claudia, who knows how legit she is. She got her black belt, but she an MMA black belt to me. It's insane how these guys sell out, and they protecting Moneyberg. And, you know, say you guys were to say something, they'd be the first ones to question your credentials, your IQ, your money. They be attacking everything. They attack your skill level, your jiu-jitsu, your money, your IQ. These some elitist people, bro. And just amazes me. You know, well, you know, Gilbert Burns he been MMA. He got CTE and all that, but how crazy people switch up. You know, Gilbert Burns put his life and heart into jiu-jitsu. And to have someone like Moneyberg, you know, him having a black belt represents jiu-jitsu. And I mean, the imagery, the message that having a person like Moneyberg with a black belt is not good. And, you know, the Brazilians have done this before. They gave Bolsonaro, the ex-president, they gave him a black belt. I think they gave the new president a black belt. So, you know, these Brazilians, not just the Brazilians, Mikey American. So a lot of these guys, you know, I tell you not to look up to them. Look at their actions. The actions show everything. You don't. So when, you know, I'm never gonna defend these people. I don't care what championship they won or whatever they did. Look at their actions. We'll read a couple comments too. I can't stand sellouts. They gotta go. I mean, your favorite grappler is the first one to sell out. The first ones, and then they be talking crap on everybody else. They be like, "Oh, you didn't win ADCC. You didn't do this. You didn't do that." And they over here giving Moneyberg his black belt and supporting it. So it does make me sad to see that. Again, these are some of your favorite grapplers. So look at their actions. That's what I always tell you. You guys can make your own decisions. That's why I don't really support these guys. And, you know, I try to call it out when I see it. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I made a lot of mistakes too. I've been around some people I shouldn't have been around, and supported some businesses I shouldn't have been supporting, and some people I shouldn't have been supporting. Moneyberg gives me the ick. Yeah, he gives everybody the ick. Actions speak louder than words. The socks are diabolical. He need to put his face on his socks. My favorite grappler is Alec. Oh, thank you, bro. Someone says, I'm torn. Can you guys see that? Let's see. I'm torn on this one. Was the jiu-jitsu community too hard on the 3.5-year black belt, or is the backlash justified? The fact that people even say that is insane. It says, I know we all understand he's a joke, but why has nobody gone after who promoted him? Jake Shields? Jake Shields don't give a crap either. I'm calling all these dudes out. Jake Shields, Gilbert Burns, Mikey, whoever else, bro. I'll face off against these people. Let's do it. They got all that Moneyberg money. I'm in the basement, but they got that Moneyberg money. I'll take their Moneyberg money. I like Gilbert, but I don't believe that he believes what he's saying, especially not while he's rocking the shirt of this guy's company. I mean, as soon as you put that shirt on, you ain't got no more, I'm about to say conscience. You ain't got no more, you ain't got no more clout. You ain't gonna get no understanding from me. I ain't got no more belief in you as soon as you put that Moneyberg shirt on. Who cares? My jiu-jitsu brothers and sisters, let's not focus on someone else's journey but our own. Moneyberg didn't have a journey. Let this dude live in La La Land. We know the blood, sweat, and tears. The thing is, if there's one Moneyberg, there's going to be 10 Moneybergs next week. And when is enough enough? Just focus on yourselves and grow and our growth in the sport. Well, we gotta police ourselves too. We can't let. If we did all this, bro, that's the end of jiu-jitsu. If we just, they're doing what they want to do. As soon as you let that start sliding, you're going to get 10, 20 Moneybergs over here. Dana White going to get his black belt next week, too. This guy is nowhere near black belt. Why doesn't he have better mats if he's so rich? Wait. Are we being too hard on the guy that makes everyone wear shirts with his face on them, calls everyone broke haters, and has sacks of money as set props, all while training in socks? Says the belt can't lie. The mat will never lie. I don't care if he paid for it. My name is not on him or his certificates. Call's calling over there. Phone's ringing over here. I know you, not hard enough. This is so sad. Of course, they are going to gas his head up when they are getting paid whatever they feel like charging for a private. It's crazy. They sold out for some chump change, bro. Get out of here. All these fucking, sorry. Calm down, Alec. Calm down. These people piss me off. Mikey, you piss me off. Gilbert Burns, you piss me off. Jake Shields, you piss me off. They do piss me off. Freaking sellouts over here, bro. And they can call me broke all they want, but bro, they over here selling out left and right, hanging out with some scammers and alleged scammers and just fucking crazy people. Screw all these people, bro. If you guys want to support Mikey and these people, go ahead, man. But I ain't about it, bro. I ain't gonna support this. I don't support Moneyberg. I don't support any of these people, man. And they all in the UFC. All these MFs in the UFC. You know, they over here sucking off Daddy Dana. Get out of here, motherfucker. People piss me off. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of these people, bro. And then they gonna sit there and say they growing the sport. And they over here selling out. Is that growing the sport? How you growing the sport? Wearing some dude's freaking shirt. His face on your shirt. You ain't growing the sport. You killing the sport. Gilbert Burns killing the sport. Mikey killing the sport. Jake Shields never cared. I said Mr. Burns. Moneyberg. Mr. Burns. What annoys me is that people, if I missed the comments, I'm sorry guys. I didn't sleep that much. What annoys me is the people that don't train commenting how he put in the time. He ain't put no time in. Moneyberg gives off Mr. Krabs energy. Moneyberg sounds like a racist parody name. Moneyberg, let's tell the truth, he sucks. Mikey buying all the fine cheeses for his pasta. He getting that pasta imported from Italy. I mean, how much money do you need, Mikey? Didn't you get enough money at one championship? How much money you need? $1 million, bro? But at what cost? You could have made that $1 million doing seminars, bro. Opened up a school. You didn't have to sell out to these losers over here, Moneyberg and these people, bro. Over here sucking up the Dana White and Claudia. Claudia said Kennedy. You know, she over there criticizing Kennedy, and she shouldn't even be in the same room as Kennedy or Cobrinha. I think she trained with them too, but she shouldn't even be in the room with these people, man. You can't let these people have a say in jiu-jitsu. So whenever you over there, I ain't crashing out. I've been crashing out. I've been crashing out this whole time. Nah, I ain't crashed out. I'm calm, bro. Danny Chop says, I walked into my first ever Alec crash out. I figured I was missing something today until I remember your stream. Justified through honestly, from what I'm hearing. Moneyberg, the new face of jiu-jitsu. Yeah, Moneyberg might be the dude behind UFC, BJJ, and some of this other stuff. I mean, Claudia, no telling what Claudia had to do to raise money for UFC BJJ. She probably had to do some stuff she's ashamed of, allegedly, possibly. I am passionate about jiu-jitsu. And to see people like Mikey and Gilbert Burns, they quick to sell out. We got Adele over here getting touched on.
Wear and tear
Jiu-jitsu
everywhere.
body?
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu body.
Yeah,
Enough
but
said.
like shoulders for sure and lower back for sure. And hips.
really.
That's the thing. If you let me keep going, I'll just keep listing things.
Yeah. Just let that just relax.
Oh, my neck going. My neck. I break my neck.
Just let that one relax. There we go.
There's a little clunk.
That left ear, touching left shoulder all the way.
Oh, no.
It's me every time.
Never gets old.
I would have been paralyzed already.
I'll just put up there. This one here is not good. Okay. And just try and breathe in and out all the way. And breathe in and out. Let go. Beautiful. There we go. Good. This one will suck a bit.
Oh, fuck a duck.
Yeah. Fuck a duck. Fuck a duck.
Fuck a duck.
It's a new one. So this one, just let it just soften up. There we go. Beautiful. And this side thinks that.
Where was going to?
And out. Let go. There we go.
That was nice.
That was nice. That was like the one nice one.
Yeah. Every other one like took the wind out of me.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Nah, bro. Screw that, bro. You ain't grabbing my neck, bro. Nobody grabbing my neck. Not even Wagner Hosha grabbing my neck like that. That'll be it. I won't be walking no more after that. I know I said it wrong. It's all good. Do you know why everyone sells their course on BJJ Fanatics instead of having their own website? Well, I've done both. It's because they market it for you. When you got your own website, I took my website down. It was too expensive to maintain. I need to do something with it. It was so expensive. It's so hard, and BJJ Fanatics will do the daily deal, and they got people to market it for you. But when it's just your website, you got to be out there like Lackland, keep talking about what you got, and then you're always forced to update it. Whereas with BJJ Fanatics, they can pair it with something else. They can pair it with whoever's hot, and they'll just keep promoting it for you. They might run ads for you. And, honestly, people trust BJJ Fanatics more than they do a solo creator. And they just got more resources. They got more. Not only do they have more content on there, they got more resources. And they run more deals. So they have more volume than, your own website. There's some people like Lackland. He's got his own thing, Sub-Meta. Keenan had what was his thing called? Jiu-Jitsu X. You got AOJ. People like to have everything in one place too. So instead of having three different, you got AOJ plus, you got Sub-Meta, you got whatever Marcelo Garcia in action. Instead of that, $75, $25 a pop. You could just get BJJ Fanatics, and you can get a lot of instructionals for $75, and you get more variety. It's just they are a business, It's almost easier to do it through them. You gotta, if you got your website, you got your URL, you gotta maintain it, you gotta keep updating it. You do BJJ Fanatics, you film that thing, that's it. You don't gotta do nothing else. They do the rest of it. So I think it's just, for most people, it's the better model. You're going to make more money. I'll be honest, you're going to make more money off BJJ Fanatics a lot of times than if you did your own thing. And you will see some of the guys will do Patreon and some other stuff, but they're probably going to make more money on BJJ Fanatics. I'll never trust a man in a Burberry shirt to do this to me. Bro, my neck would be gone. I definitely need to get that done. Maybe to a lesser degree, though. I'm praying that the entire time I don't end up paralyzed. Yeah, I would. Gianni Grippo could chiropractic me like that anytime. You know what, Josiah? Just come out the closet, bro. We know you love Gianni Grippo, bro. Just I don't know what you got to do. We know you love you, Gianni Grippo, bro. No pause on that. No pause on Josiah. Just come out the closet already, bro. We gonna accept you. Marley said he gonna accept you. So we got the Brazilians giving out another belt to a politician. These Brazilians, bro. It's not just the Brazilians, Americans too. Everybody's terrible at this point. He doesn't wear kimono. He got his black belt faster than Moneyberg. He doesn't wear a kimono, but he wears the fight with honor. He doesn't climb the tatami, but he fights every day for those who live in it. Today, the martial code pays tribute to the true black belt of real life. Not for key. I don't know what that is. This is not for keys or falls, but for opening paths, for lifting projects, and for believing in the power of martial arts as a tool for social transformation. So yeah, they're just giving away black belts, bro. I'm over here defending the black belt, and these Brazilians quick to give these politicians, they gave Bolsonaro a black belt, and they gave this dude a black belt. I don't even know who that guy is, but he never trained a day in his life. Makes sense. Since I've been in and out of the closet, don't know what clothes to wear. Just put your gi on, bro. Put your pink gi on, bro. Berimbolo Grippo. Even Ivanka Trump gonna be a black belt. At least she trains. My girl Giselle got her purple belt in record time. Giselle got that purple belt. Ladies, stop sleeping with your black belt instructors. You guys getting promoted too quickly. I'm praying that the what's the guys over there? What's the Valenti bros? I'm praying they stay off Ivanka. They already broke up one marriage. They can't break up. Please don't break up another marriage. Why not give them a coral belt give them a coral belt. So Valente bros, stay off these girls, man. They bad too, bro. These jiu-jitsu instructors, bro. Over here selling out to Moneyberg and dating all the white belt girls. Man, leave these girls alone.
Representing the New Hope team, make some noise for Dom Lobo.
Dom really represented himself very well, facing two of the top guys in Papadelos and Bowers and forcing them to a draw. Then he got that kill against Hilton. Underestimated by the egghead, but proved me wrong.
Yeah, you gotta get that ankle now. Find your ass, Dom. Get that hand off your leg. Here we go.
Hey, you got the leg drag attacks on his leg.
Shot clock comes into play here. So now Lobo
Dom,
will
exactly
have
where we want him. This is our spot. He's dead already.
So that's PGF. I have not been following PGF. If they paid me, I would. They don't pay me, so I don't have to. I do think a lot of these PGF guys are not good. I'm sorry, it sounds bad. It's true though. So they did get a really good guy in the PGF recently. And what do you think happens when you put a really good person in PGF? Josiah, the PGF was lit yesterday. Rafaela Ferreira and Twisters twisted my soul. So they did bring one of the guys that's really good, the kid that won trials, I believe. PGF is just too long. The last episode was 7 hours. you know them dudes cooked. None of them dudes gonna be okay after the 13 weeks. Using black belt powers to rid the white belt women. Oh Lord, yeah, that's terrible. Guys, and girls, don't date at your gym. Stop doing it. Stop. I'm telling you to stop. You guys don't listen to me. Jason Whitfield, it was too long though. 7 hours. Jason Whitfield, look. Even Jason Whitfield said that's too much jiu-jitsu. Bro, I don't want to see 7 hours of jiu-jitsu, bro. That's too much. I've been loving PGF. Again, we can't cover too much. Get hit with that copyright.
It's super important to me
that this is the professional grappling federation, right? I want us to set the standard for the rest of jiu-jitsu.
And guess what the winning team gets at the end of the season? Stem cells, yo. So we're here to make that as part of the process.
I think we watched this. He's like, we're giving everybody stem cells because they're going to need it.
As you're young, I'll get another chance. I'll get another chance. You're not going to get that many chances in this life. This is one of them. Probably the biggest one you'll ever have. Pull the trigger. Don't hesitate. Be confident. Believe. I don't know who the fuck who's across from you. Huh? They're nothing. You're better than them. You believe it in your heart. In your heart, you know they're better than them. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Where the fuck would you be here if you didn't believe it?
And people texting me. What's going on over there? Yeah, I'm on BJJ Fanatics too. Well, I had my own website for a long time, and then I had BJJ Fanatics. That stuff gets expensive though. Host all those videos, bro. They be charging arm and leg, and they be raising the rate every time. I think I was paying. I forget how much I was paying for whatever videos I had hosted. It says WWE signs 5-year, $1.6 billion deal to bring PLES. What does that stand for? To ESPN in the U.S. starting 2026. I just put this up there because, you know, the company that owns the WWE, I believe it's TKO, or they changed the name to, so it was Endeavor, then it's TKO. Who knows who? I don't know who owns UFC anymore, but they also own the WWE. So there is money coming into the sports, you know, UFC and also WWE. But you know, UFC has the lowest percentage of, you know, I'm not sure if it's profit or gross profit possibly that goes to the athletes. So just for reference, Daddy Dana has a net worth of $500 million. While if you put all the UFC fighters from UFC 1 to whatever 316, 318, they don't have $500 million between all of them. Yeah, they don't have that much money. I mean, they made all that money that Dana White just, you know, siphoned off of them, but they don't have the $500 million. Decides to listen to me, yeah, sometimes. I pray to God that jiu-jitsu goes to the Olympics. Just don't, nah, bro. Nah, I don't think jiu-jitsu will make it to the Olympics because, you know, wrestling and judo barely are staying in there, and they're arguably more exciting.
So the person on bottom's learning guard establishment, what we're talking about today. But the person on top is learning how not to let someone establish a guard, right? And not fall into that bad habit. The third thing I wanted to mention that was, a bit more off topic, but while we're talking about this drill, is if we do it like how I was taught it, where you're replicating the start of a match opposed to the end, you're learning a very important psychological tool that you can use. So the person on bottom's learning guard establishment, what we're talking about today. But the person on top is learning how not to let someone establish.
I don't know what they're talking about. They didn't do a good cut there. We got Kevon over here. What he's got to say?
Babe, it's really cute drinks, cute cocktails, little cutesy vibe, you know what I mean? It's called Jungle Bird. I'm so excited to take you there.
Oh, I know that place.
Yeah. I'm sure you saw it like on TikTok or something, right?
Yeah, I've been there.
You've been there?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like with an old friend?
No, I mean like on a date.
You were there on a date? Like with like a
time
friend or like a family friend or something?
No, like with this guy off of Tinder.
You went on a date there with a guy off of Tinder? So did you have fun?
I mean,
Like you had fun there?
Like,
did you enjoy yourself?
Cute.
What does that got to do with jiu-jitsu content? Click it off. I know you guys love Kevon Josiah. Who loves Kevon over here? One of you guys does. We got some seminars. Got Robert Drysdale and Kavaka. It's crazy. You guys know that Wojcik lock. Well, Kavaka been doing that this whole time. Kavaka and Panza, they've been doing that ankle lock from 50-50 this whole time. And the Americans, all these new guys, they just take moves that have been around and they name it something else. And, you know, bro, we've been seeing this move. They're going to be at Jiu-Jitsu-Con August 28th to the 30th. So if you guys are out there, go check them out. They got a ton of seminars. I think Hodger's going to be there. I don't think Marcelo will be there. Big Breakfast will be there. A ton of people are going to be there. I mean, they ain't paying my ass to be out there, so I don't care. You guys know I'm tired, so I'm just getting through the show. Jungle Bird by Moneyberg. Kevon and his ecological self don't like me. You know what? Put on this disguise and go there. Go to Bodega, bro. Says, nah, Kevon don't like me. It's all good. Nah, sneak in, bro. And stream it.
Matt in my life. Gi, no gi, none of it. Never trained whatsoever. And I may be more into this than anybody in the building right now. Once a week, I'm just all into the fantasy, right? I got my squad selected. I'm kind of in the middle of the pack. But for me, it's all about the team component. Watching guys coach one another. Watching guys, when they finish, come out and support their teammates. So to me, that's what it's all about. And these team points are really interesting. You know, you win the block, your team gets an extra point. There's going to be a lot of shakeups. But, you know, we're only 20% through now, 40% through the season after tonight. Fired up. I got a lot of intentions here. It's really interesting for me being here. I was just saying.
So let me get this straight. The guy that never trained, doesn't know anything about jiu-jitsu, is a sports analyst and the commentator. So who can one of you guys defend this for me? When are you going to marry your lady? Who, Josiah? Is who's the lady in that relationship? Josiah or Gianni? Who's the girl? Not to say I see gender. Who's the lady in that relationship? So this guy, he don't know what he's talking about. Is that what's going on?
And a TJ, you know, I've never been on a mat in my life. Gi, no gi, none of it. Never trained whatsoever. And I may be more into this than.
How is he the commentator? Can somebody, Jason Whitfield or somebody else, can you defend this? Why is this dude the commentator? This is as bad as UFC BJJ with them MMA dudes out there telling people to wrestle at a submission tournament. Get out of here, bro. Oh, never mind. This ain't for us. This is for Wendy. Wendy, this is a post for you. Where's my post at? I don't see. That's not a post for us. Hopefully it goes. I don't know. Did it go? Josiah says, Azam, when I marry Gianni, y'all invited to the wedding. And I'm daddy in the marriage. Gianni does have that long flowing hair, so I understand it. We got a dog doing jiu-jitsu. Even the dogs are getting their black belts in 3.5 years. So I don't know what's going on in this sport, but that is cute. I would let that puppy wear that black belt over Moneyberg any day. Look at that puppy. You cute, bro. Come over here. Let me pet you, bro. Let me pet you. Yeah. Why jiu-jitsu people be fighting their pets? Jiu-jitsu people stay fighting their pets. Them dogs don't know what's going on. He licking his lips. Look at that. He passed the guard. 2, 3. Them dogs don't know what's going on. You be trying to triangle your dog. You ever try to triangle your dog? It don't work. They can spin around. You put the dog in closed guard, they spin around, bite your ankles. His name is John Anik. He's the lead commentator for the UFC. That dude, the dude that's in PGF, is the dude that doesn't know anything. Is the lead commentator for UFC and for PGF. All right, you explain that to me, Jason Whitfield, because that don't make no sense. It's Gianni's hazel eyes for me that has me every time. We know, bro. Dog jitsu, awesome. In fact, Gianni can be daddy on the mat. Off the mats, I'm daddy. You're going to have to fight Adele for that nickname, though, bro. Adele is the only daddy we recognize on this channel. Well, Daddy Danaher and Daddy Dana. And Daddy Adele. This is how you guys be training. That's how Josiah be looking at Grippo. You guys wild over here, bro. You guys wild. Again, shout out to United Airlines. They got me today, guys. United Airlines got me good. They screwed me over good. Adele is daddy, but I'm super daddy. Nah, bro. I'm sorry. You can't out daddy Adele. It says legit black belt. If there are none, click skip. Skip. Actually, yeah. Big Dan like a purple belt. And he be talking more stuff than everybody. And look at Moneyberg's black belt. You got support New Wave and Kingsway. I don't support none of these people. I don't even support Gilbert Burns no more. I'll take your black belt away, Gilbert Burns. You don't deserve it anymore. Got Edmund Roof over here.
Girl, you gotta have my back. Me and you, your body on my.
If you guys don't know Edmund Roof, his brother Ed Roof used to wrestle for Penn State, and he's good. I think he did. I don't think did he make it to the NCAA's? I believe he did, but it's hard to win. So my wrestlers try to do MMA stuff all the time. They need to just stick to wrestling. Can you look up Argelema BJ content? Let me see what I can do. I'm barely holding on today, so we'll see what I can do. But yeah, shout out to Edmund Roof. He does have some good content though. I do think he needs to train more than make content, but what do I know? Yeah, who cares about that? CGI 2 is almost here, and 10th Planet is ready to shock the world. I think we watched this already.
10th. 5 with 10. Gio. Alex Sanchez. March.
Somebody messed the audio up. It wasn't me.
Kyle Bay.
We're going out there to battle a lot of teams or super teams. We're one of the only real teams. So we don't have anybody from anywhere else representing 10th Planet.
This room is fucking killers. Like you got a lot of killers here. We got a strong motherfucking team.
So yeah, here's hoping 10th Planet does well. They're one of the only teams to not have a wild card or alternate or they just all 10th Planet. So who else can say that? New Wave, I think New Wave can. Well, they got Mika, so no. And B Team, they got Victor Hugo. Australia got a Brazilian, got Fabricio Andre. Atos had to pull in some people. Daisy Fresh, that was all homegrown. Team America's all over the place. They not trying to win. Team America's Misfits ain't trying to win nothing. They said they couldn't find no good Americans. Bro, get out of here with that. Gio gotta go. Gio Martinez coming back. Hope he wins this time. He need to just get ready to fight Mikey. It says My Journey. Oh, this is Margali.
Tinha uma academia praticamente na mesma quadra. E aí ele treinava, chegava em casa, a gente ficava naquela brincadeira de mostrar golpe, brincar de lutinha, a gente era guri, né?
Da Abu Dhabi Pro 2013, vou conversar agora com o atleta gaúcho. Como é seu nome? Nicolas. Nicolas, e aí Nicolas? Já tinha ido a Abu Dhabi?
Music. Every time I play this music, I gotta like erase it. Margali's really good. Does anybody remember when Margali got tapped out by Edwin Najimy though? Can we find that match real fast? Let's see. Do you have cauliflower ear? What do you think, bro? 20 years of jiu-jitsu, what do you think? What do you think I got? I wish I didn't have any cauliflower ear, honestly, but I do. Let's look for that Murgali match. I'm in the wrong thing too. Thank you. Thank you. Switch account. Oh, let's see. I heard some people don't get it. That means they don't wrestle. That's what that means. I think everybody that wrestles got cauliflower ear. Even my girls, Helen, and I don't think Amit has it. Let's see, Nicolas Merigali versus Edwin Najami. You never hear anything about Edwin Najami anymore. You know, thank God for having a good memory. Well, let's move over here. Here we go. There we go. Full screen it. Did you guys miss it? It's fast. Man, what happened to Edwin Najami, man? He was good. It be like that, man. It be like, look at the size difference. So this absolute final, when they stand up, I think you can see how tall the difference is. Oh, he never stood up. My man was sad. It happens to the best of us, though. Hey, stand up, Nicholas. It's time to go. We gotta close the venue. Look at the size difference, though. Nah, I don't raise his hand. Oh, he's like, oh, Nicholas. I've been caught in stuff too. You know, I've been caught in stuff too, man. That's not that quick though. I ain't been caught that quick though. Pretty much what happened to me and Nogi, but in armbar, yeah. Edwin Najami was good back then. It says mountain Muslims versus Christian Muslims. Muslim mountain guys versus Christian mountain guys. So I can't tell the difference, but maybe you guys can. You just gotta get back out there, Danny Choppa. Jason says, I believe you should be able to take black belts away from people in the military. You can take rank. I'm taking Gilbert Burns' black belt away. Now, if he wants to fight me for it, I don't know what I could do. In the military, you can take ranks and awards away if they do something that's disrespectful or tarnishes their lineage. Moneyberg, yeah. Take Mikey's black belt too. You need to go. Tell him to go to law school. How did he even see that opening? Well, he just did it a lot. You know, Edwin Najami was just jumping for stuff. We got Stefan Mikic again. He's you know, wrestling and doing fashion.
This is crazy.
Testing how wrestlable my daily outfits are. So this is a very Gen Z thing. You know, they like to be stylish, and you know, I don't get it, but you guys get it. Says Jason, can't disrespect Moneyberg like that. He's the new face of jiu-jitsu. Yeah, you know, he's got the IQ and the money, so he should be in charge of everything. Ben Askren, got a Ben Askren strong rash guard. Says 100% of profits donated. I'm assuming to Ben Askren, and I believe Rudis has a Ben Askren T-shirt where 50% of all the proceeds go to him. So if you guys want a rash guard and you want to support Ben Askren, go ahead and check that out. BJJ Fanatics. I'm not sponsored by. I am on BJJ Fanatics, but I'm not sponsored for that one. We got Craig over here. Is that paddleball?
Guys, our next athlete is representing the B team mercenaries. According to the Oxford Dictionary, a mercenary is someone whose primary concern is making money at the expense of ethics. That's Ethan Krellenstein. He's also Jewish. The only thing he wanted me to plug was his podcast. That's all he has. The Simple Man Podcast with Damian Anderson and Nikki Rod. If you're having a great day, you want to ruin that day, tune in. They're on YouTube. You'll find them on Instagram as well, fortunately. But Ethan Krellenstein is representing the B Team Mercenaries at minus 66 kilo. Oh.
Alrighty, there you go. Craig Jones. Make sure you give Craig a couple dollars. So I did talk about PGF. Well, they actually got a really good grappler. So this is what happens when you throw a good grappler into PGF, where a lot of those dudes are scrubs. I'm gonna say that. Maybe you guys don't believe me. I that's how I feel. I believe that. But when you get a really good grappler in there, it's like you put a shark in your fish tank. Everything gets eaten up.
Sixer.
Keep going, CJ. Turn the shoulder. Turn the shoulder. Come on.
You guys don't put respect on my name.
He said something about putting respect on his name. Oh, there's Max Hansen right there. He says, when did Dominique join in? I guess somebody said, he said, I have some free time on Wednesday. That's on you to get respect. People don't owe you respect. You got to earn respect. So that's something the young people don't understand. And he's good. Sometimes it takes time to get that respect. You might have the skill, but it takes time for people to, you gotta, it's 2025. You gotta be good and market yourself and put yourself out there and win tournaments and have good showing. So, these young guys want respect, but they don't be given respect at all. They don't respect nobody, and they want respect, or they want respect really fast. That's not how this works. Jason says Gary Tonin took Edwin's soul at ADCC with his own flying technique. Well, Edwin wasn't really a no-gi guy though. I think what got to Edwin was, he was on fire his first year of black belt, and then he lost to Lucas. I think that kind of took his fire a little bit. And ever since then, he wasn't quite the same. Sometimes you're the hammer and sometimes you're the nail, except the nail was flying Connie Basami. And that's how it is at black belt. You gotta, to get to like a high level tying in, or like, I haven't reached that level. I've had some success a little bit, but to like really get to that level where you're dominant, it's hard. Marcelo Garcia or Lucas or a Tynan or Rafa Mendez. It's hard to get to that level. It's not easy. And to stay at that level, like Cobrinha or Hodger, most people are not going to reach that level, unfortunately. And I know a lot of good people that think about like Michael Liera or JT Torres. They didn't win world champ, or they didn't win black belt worlds, but they good as heck. They super tough. And you be fighting them dudes in the first dudes you fight in the first, second round. And if you lose, and them guys still don't win. It's so hard to win some of these tournaments too. Josiah says, Max Hansen, I'm sorry, but you're not beating Johnny at EBI 25. Well, you already beat Johnny. You got to beat him again. EBI rules. I'm not sure who will take that one with EBI rules. Azam says, I just read on Reddit, blue belt self promotes to purple. We got that story too. So when I'm jumping on Moneyberg, I'm trying to prevent stuff like that from happening. But a lot of you guys support this stuff happening. So what can I do? I'm trying to fight all the McDojos. You know, when I was coming up, we used to try to fight the McDojos. We called that bullshito. It has to be a website too, and they would do these kind of like meetups. Throwdowns, that's what it was called, a throwdown. So like people will cross train, do some striking, do some grappling. Nowadays, you guys don't even warm up. You guys want cross train in judo. You won't do no wrestling. Justin Flores seminar, J Flow, August 30th. Dang, no, you can't do it on August 30th, isn't it? Where is it? Las Vegas. No, you can't do it August 30th, bro. You can't. You got Jiu-Jitsu Con, Masters Worlds. You got CJI. You got RAF, Real American Freestyle. You can't do that, J Flow. Even though RAF is not in Vegas. There's something else that same day. I can't remember now. Guys, if I quit too early, I did not sleep that well. Thanks to United Airlines, they got me. They cooked me. EBI 25 coming through, says the lightweights. Ben Eddy, Keith Krikorian, Grippo, Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell? He not gonna do well. Ethan Krenostein, Max Hansen, Jordan Hawley, Mauricio Rios, Christos Papadelos, Randy Baker, Christian Guzman, Grayson Henley, and more. That's going to be on the 12th of September, and it's going to be in San Antonio. So this should be okay. You know, I don't know. They could put some more killers in there. Put a Pato in there. Put some killers in there, bro. Throw Mika in there. I want to see throw some crazy people in there. Says, I challenge Moneyberg to combat jiu-jitsu. If I win, he gives up his black belt and stop disgracing jiu-jitsu. If he wins, I'll eat Burger King every day. Nah, bro. Nah, Gianni Grippo win EBI. I think Max Hansen or somebody might win that. I don't think Gianni gonna win that. Not Gianni. I think Max Hansen. We got a tall dude doing jiu-jitsu, 7'7". Can you imagine that spider guard? Would be crazy. Sorry for the low energy, guys. I'm tired. We're not even gonna watch this video. Inois, they said we got some wonderful things to make. So this is a clothing company. My friend used to be a part of it. They're based out of Cali. I think Kennedy used to be sponsored by them. They had some cool gear. It says, we need design help. If you are a graphic designer / art director who loves BJJ and wants to influence Inois designs, slide in those DMs. So if you guys don't know their brand, they're pretty good. They make some cool gis, some cool apparel. Again, I think Kennedy used to be sponsored by them. I don't know who he's sponsored by now. Who's Kennedy sponsored by now? Can't click on anything, so I'm gonna move on. Josiah says, I told Max Hansen himself that if he won EBI, I would apologize to him. All right, you might have to apologize.
Rami, he peels his top leg, so I transition to an X guard, force my partner down, hands to me. From here, I can step on the calf, hook his far hip, and hip escape towards my partner's hips. I throw my outside leg over and touch my heel to my knee. Lock my grip and flare my hips upward to get a nice strong break on the short Achilles lock. Try it out.
He says new ankle lock. I think's been around for a minute, bro. So I do get tired of people saying things are new. It's like some of the stuff, bro, it's been around for a couple of years. It ain't new. What usually happens is maybe it was popular in the gi and then it got ported over to no gi, or vice versa. So I need the younger people to do some research before they say something's new. It says Unity Jiu-Jitsu, they were the champions. Campeón por equipe general no New Yorkie. Summer IBJJF come sim kimono. So they were the team champs for without the gi. Wait a second, for the no gi. Oh, with and without the gi. So they were the team champions. If you don't know how that works, you get points based off the placing of your students. So everybody that's registered under you, under Murillo, they represent Unity. Can we call you Unc? Yeah, if you want to. Go ahead, bro. So everybody that's under Unity, white belt to black belt, they get points for their placing. So, for instance, first place might be 27 points or something. I don't know. Second place, 9 points. Third place, 3 points or 1 point, something like that. And so they put all the points together, and then whoever has the most points, that's the team champion. So that's how it works. So whenever you hear 13-time world champion team like Alliance, that just means they had a lot of people place, usually at the lower belts, not a black belt. We got Steve Mako. What do you got to say?
Wanted to make the person, whoever it was, never want to take them out with me again. That was what I was trying to send home to him. There's not any hope in this situation.
So judo and wrestling, man, they good combinations, like peanut butter and jelly. I'm not sure where jiu-jitsu fits into that, but yeah, judo and wrestling go really well together. I saw your video. It's Adam22 doing BJJ. That's an old video, bro. I believe so. I don't. That was so long ago, and I do so many videos. I do approximately 5 videos a week at 2 to 3 hours, so I don't even know what I said or covered at that point. When it comes to Gianni, I'm ride or die. I'll be shocked if Max Hansen beats Gianni again, but by submission. It's possible he will catch Gianni Grippo. I mean, Gianni got caught at UFC BJJ.
Do you think you're coming back next week?
That's a decision that's not my decision.
I'm just saying. Let's do this percentage-wise. 0 to 100, 100 being the most. How much do you think you're back?
I think that I grab opportunity better than most people in jiu-jitsu.
I would agree with that.
I think there's a good chance that I will grab an opportunity that pops up.
Okay.
No matter what team, what injury, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I will grab onto whatever I can.
Your Honor, he did not answer the question.
I'd be a great politician, wouldn't I?
Do you think you're coming back next week?
That's a decision that's not my decision.
I'm just saying. Let's do this.
Shout out to Grappling Hour. They've been doing a lot of work, and they've been live streaming longer than me and covering different events. And they don't get anywhere near the amount of views that they deserve. So it's kind of hard to see the social media stuff. I see people, more followers than me, and they be putting out some BS stuff, some bull crap. But that's how this world is now. You're not always going to get celebrated for putting out good content, but you guys do what you can do. That's what I told myself, do what I can do. Azam says, Josiah says, I miss judo. Azam says, I learned the judo chop from Austin Powers. A lot of those techniques I've seen for a long time in catch wrestling. That's jiu-jitsu, and back in the day when those judokas went from Japan and they were traveling the world, they were fighting all those catch wrestlers. So think about Count Maeda, Mitsuyu Maeda, the guy that Gracie's supposedly learned from. They incorporated a lot of the judo and the catch wrestling together. So originally, jiu-jitsu was about incorporating. It's very much like, Jeet Kune Do, incorporating a lot from different martial arts and cross-training. It's only now you guys, I only do no-gi, I only do gi, I only do this, I can't do that. Back in the day, we just kind of did everything. So I always say, why limit yourself? You don't need to limit yourself in jiu-jitsu. You can do whatever you want, You can use whatever technique you want. Why are you going to limit yourself to doing one pass, one sweep, one takedown? You can do whatever you want. How about you can do sambo too? Holmes Gracie used to do sambo. If you guys know Holes Gracie, the one that died in a hang gliding accident, he used to do sambo and wrestling and all that other stuff. He didn't answer the question. Did I not answer the question? If I missed it, bro, a lot of posts out there. I'm missing stuff too. I'm looking different ways. I ain't cross-eyed. How am I gonna look two different directions at the same time? I can't. Johnny, don't you dare tap out at EBI. He finna win this. I said, we for all Grippa Knights out here who support you. He didn't answer the question. What question are you talking about? How about Sambo? 2 to 3 years and forget. Sometimes I do the tickle technique. Yeah, don't do that. Say that for Diddy, bro. Save that for Diddy and Moneyberg. We got LeBron James. He's over here taking Pilates. So I tell you guys to try other stuff. Not you. The guy didn't answer the question. Oh. Let's watch LeBron over here. His wife fine, bro. I'm jealous. She fine. I think that's his wife. That's not his wife? Oh. That is his wife. Okay. She fine. I'm jealous, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I'm jealous. All right, yeah. Go out there. Go out there and stretch with your boot thing. Go out there and stretch with your boot thing, guys, if you got one. Yeah, Josiah, go stretch with your boot thing, Grippo.
Give any white belt advice, always take the back. And when I heard that, I was like, obviously always take the back. If you have the ability to do that, why would you choose anything else? Sure, you can have other focuses or other strengths, but if you have two options on the table, it should always be the back. It's the highest rung on the positional ladder. If we're going to Danaher's idea of basically control that leads to submission, it's the highest percentage submission position in jiu-jitsu. And it's not because people are bad at defending it. It's because it's so vulnerable. And I tell this to my students, okay, sit down on your butt on the floor and look forward. Now try to point all four of your limbs backwards. You'll find that none of them go backwards. And in fact, you can barely even reach any part of your back. So where are your defensive options when you've got somebody on there? Jeff Glover posted something a little while ago, and he said, if I were to give any white belt advice, always take the back. And when I heard that, I was like, obviously always take the back. If you have the ability to do that, why would you choose anything else? Sure, you can have other focuses or other strengths, but if you have two options on the table.
Take the back. Okay. Sounds like what the Gracie said.
I wrestled somebody big time and I played into their games. I plan on going out there August 31st and sitting on my butt and scooting to Craig Jones and politely and submitting him in the best way possible. I've seen the pit and I think it's a really great concept. From my perspective, there's no out of bounds. So you can't run and we can't restart. You can't hit that gym floor where you can maybe take a break and pause. And I think for Craig's purposes, being 40 years old, you're going to have to go out there and you're going to have to feel that pain and feel that pressure of me constantly just on top of you, scooting, sitting on my butt, being on the feet. You're going to have to feel that tempo, and I don't think he's going to be able to handle it. Every single time I wrestled,
you know, my man could not make it in the WWE. He just didn't have it in him. You know, I wish he could have done something. He just don't got the mouthpiece. You know, not everybody got the mouthpiece. So for every Moneyberg, there's really people that dedicate their lives to this sport and wrestling and judo, and that's why I defend jiu-jitsu so hard, so much, because I see people that dedicate their lives 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years in this sport, and then to see people like Moneyberg make a mockery of it. It pains me to see that. You know, I know how much time and effort, blood and sweat and tears and injuries and self-doubt, you know, that I've put into this sport, and to see them make a mockery of it, people like Mikey and Gilbert Burns, Jake Shields, and several others, It really does make me sad to see that, and I just can't defend it, and I won't defend it. And I don't care if they make more money. They make a lot more money. We watched the video Tynan, he getting in his freaking Porsche. I'm over here. I'm in my Toyota, which I like my Toyota. I love my Toyota, but I'm not saying Tynan's a sellout or anything, but some of these guys are making so much money. Mikey be getting $50,000 every day, every weekend or whatever, for whatever little match against a guy that never trained Nogi before. So these guys are making so much money, but as far as morals and what they represent, I mean, they don't really stand for anything. Like, what does Mikey represent? What does Gilbert Burns represent? If you say jiu-jitsu, well, look at Moneyberg. That can't be the case. I think they just represent greed. That's all I see is greed. And then I see something like this. You see this guy being celebrated for several years as a referee. Yeah, this guy's says one of the greatest traditions of our sport. When a ref retires, they leave their whistle and armbands in the center circle while their fellow refs stand mat side blowing their whistles. Congratulations to those who left their whistles in Athens. We appreciate your service to our amazing sport. So, I see so many people that dedicate their life to this sport, and I see other people just making the mockery of it, bro. It's sad, Think about all them coral belts and red belts over here, spent their whole life teaching and sharing jiu-jitsu, and just have these other dudes, man, just crapping all over it. Mikey had an entire video talking about the student and the master, then does this sellout stuff. So Mikey been sold out. As soon as he went to one championship and was, he was buddy with Chattery. What happened with Chattery? And now he buddy with Moneyberg and Dana White and Claudia. These ain't good people, bro. I mean, if you guys want to defend Mikey, go ahead, but this ain't the right channel for you.
Jalen Fonashir, a current IBJJF world champion and a direct student of Rubens Cobrinha Charles, delivered one of the most impressive performances at UFC BJJ 2. He submitted Everton Teixeira, a two-time IBJJF no-gi world champion, with a fast heel hook, showing precision, timing, and confidence far beyond his experience. And here's the kicker, Jalen is still in his first year as a black belt.
What the heck was Everton doing, bro? Who gets caught in that setup? That ain't a real setup to get caught in. But we'll see how he does. What are you guys saying? Mikey needs to do 360 and admit that he's a sellout. Mikey will never admit that. It's just not in. He's never gonna admit that. I don't know if it's his autism or what. His tism won't allow him. Why does Craig Jones have a red belt in the Reddit? Because he is a red belt on there. We got George St. Pierre. He says, I was first introduced to fighting before I even realized it. So his dad over there grappling, tackling. Karate, he got the karate belt on. Nice, man. Look at my man. He enjoying life. Had the karate gi. Look at that hair. That's definitely the 80s right there. I'm holding on, guys. I'm tired, but I'm holding on somehow. We got to meet. She says 1 year ago today, everything changed. In a single moment, years of sacrifice, doubt, pain, and hard work collided on the world's biggest stage. I became an Olympic champion, but more than that, I became the version of myself I fought so hard to grow into. The medals mean everything, but the journey, that's what changed me forever. Grateful for the people who lifted me up and the moments that tested me. Letting life unfold, one meaningful chapter at a time. So shout out to Amit. That's Mika's girlfriend. Well, Mika is her boyfriend. She in charge of the relationship.
Já com pouquinho uma cabeça pouco mais tranquila, né? Eu lembro.
Why did he post this video? It's crazy he posted this video talking about beating Leandro, but Leandro, we talked about Leandro. His case actually got pushed back to November or something like that. his murder case. So why would you even post this, bro? These guys, that's kind of poor taste. He says, I showed up to meet the level I trained for with discipline and respect. Why would you even post a video of you fighting Leandro at this time period? Because I don't know. I don't get these people, bro. Those are your champions, bro. You can have some of these guys, some of the worst people. You guys love them. You love them. They probably tell you to go kill yourself. You probably would do it. I'm over here telling you guys to live a healthy life. Murder case. Yeah, Leandro Lowe, murder case. Did you not know Leandro Lowe was murdered and they were trying to convict the guy that did it, but they pushed the case back like the last day or two? So, yeah, I think bad taste to post something like that. Guy Mendez shares his mission behind AOJ's success.
In juvenile, like they normally join the adults classes or a little bit before juvenile, and then they really start working with me. Every year we have a batch of great competitors that will become like black belt champions, like you guys have seen. I feel like we're focusing on the right thing, which is creating athletes with with our identity as a team. And I think the longer it goes, like the more successful we're gonna be in the competitions, because there's no way to escape from the reality that these juveniles are gonna become adults, and the good results from juvenile are gonna be the good results in the adult, and eventually the second place will become a first place, just a matter of time.
Yeah, so you won first for juveniles 2 years in a row. Did that add any like special meaning to it? Just give you more confidence in the work that you're doing?
Yeah, it's just a sign that we are in the right direction, and of course it makes me really proud just to have I feel like juvenile division. It's I don't know how other teams see that or how they value that, but to me, it's probably the most important, because it's where you have the most influence over people, right? Like you're getting a group of young individuals, and you are influencing them to go after their goals, go after their dreams, and stick to jiu-jitsu. And the better you can do that, I think the more champions you're gonna have in the sport. So,
yeah, something. The AOJ, I was about to say Autos too, AOJ, they used to be the same thing. They do put a lot of emphasis on the kids, which is great. You're going to get a lot of champions. My question, I think me and Jason Whitfield we always bring this up, but what's the play for these kids? Because they're making all these champions, but what's in it for them when they're 18, 19? Do they go to college? Oh, but what if they didn't go to school? All they did was train. What skills do they have outside of jiu-jitsu? And even if all they have is jiu-jitsu, is there any opportunities for them? We talked about Jessica Khan. She won worlds. I believe she won worlds. And now she's just teaching. She's just I'm sure she could make a decent living teaching for the Mendez brothers. But is that eventually there's not going to be enough teaching roles, right? There's only so much you can do in that school. Didn't they open up the other school? I think that school's kind of packed. Or are they just going to have to keep branching out with other schools when they, kind of reach a critical mass? What's the next step for these kids? Because I saw something pretty interesting. It's the parents invested $250,000 for their kid to make $1,000 winning a match or something. So I'm just wondering what's the next step. Because, I usually, if you guys are on my channel, I usually tell kids to focus on wrestling, get that scholarship, get that tuition paid for. And if you're really good, NIL, NIL money, you make some good NIL money if you're good. And then if you do well internationally, you can pursue that. You can pursue coaching. There's RAF, Real American Freestyle. There's Claw, Champions League American Wrestling. So I'm pushing more people even judo people too. I'm pushing more people to do wrestling. Because in jiu-jitsu, especially the market in California, bro, where are you going to go in California? There's 30 other schools on the same street. In fact, where AOJ opened the original, there was a school right next door. Like you could touch the schools with your wingspan. That's how close they were, by like a driveway apart. So I'm just wondering what's the play for these kids, because they're going to make a lot of champions. They already have a lot of champions, but eventually, what are they going to do? The career is the hard part. Yeah. I mean, for every Tynan and Cole, you know what? Like, what happened to Janata? You remember Janata Alves? What happened to him? And, some of these other people, like, what happens when you get burned out, or you get injured, or you want to do something else, and all you have is jiu-jitsu to fall back on. And teaching jiu-jitsu is not for everybody. Like, I just wonder what's the next step for them. And some of these guys are making a lot more money than me. We watched Tynan get into his we might need to find that. We saw Tynan getting into his Porsche, but I mean, a lot of those guys making some money. I don't know how they making that much money, but they making some money. I'm over here scrounging my quarters. Let me scrounge my quarters together to give to Craig Jones. So we'll keep an eye on this and see what happens in the future. These kids are good, but I just wonder what's going to happen for them next. I had a little calf slicer in the UFC. That does hurt. And you get over there getting punched. I can't play too much UFC. They will copyright strike us. We got Taza. He says, excited to be headed back to Europe in a couple weeks and reconnect with people who have been supporting me so far since the early days. So if you guys are going to be in Europe, it looks you got a little European tour, summer tour. Looks okay. The only issue is that a lot of Europeans are on summer vacation. Unlike the Americans, Europeans get vacation time, so it's kind of not the best. It's an okay time to do seminars, but a lot of people are not going to be at the gym. Some of the gyms have different hours. He says the following week I'll be in Scotland, Ireland, and England. Dates and places to be confirmed. Why didn't Taza do the European Misfits, whatever, the European CGI team? Why didn't he do that? Oh, Owen Jones. But Owen Jones didn't fight for that placing. They just gave it to him. Says they should do it like Abu Dhabi, just make BJ part of the school curriculum. Where? In America? In California? Good luck with that. They ain't gonna pay you. You think wrestling coaches get paid that in America? Well, they get paid in Abu Dhabi, but that's Abu Dhabi. They got money for days, for centuries over there. Yeah, if you get a chance, I haven't had a chance to take a Taza seminar. Might be worth investing in. I don't know what it will be about. It says Dubai camp with Felipe Andrew. Felipe Andrew he got caught by USADA. Says from November 5th to the 10th, so 5 days, 2 training sessions per day for almost 1,200 euros. So maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Luke Griffith representing 99 minus 99 CJI for Team New Wave. I might tap out, guys. I'm getting tired, bro. I didn't sleep that much today. I don't know if I'm going to train today either. Taza thought he was going to be on the New Wave team that he already was a part of until he wasn't, thanks to Mika. He can make a... All right. 10th Planet. All right, Taza, go take Gio's spot. Taza going to do way better than Gio. Even though I play a clip of the music, they be hitting me with that copyright. It says, get some rest, my friend. I'm going to keep going through a little bit. Got to keep streaming, bro. Danielle Kelly, if you guys clicked on the thumbnail, I probably didn't even see the thumbnail. She says, she talks about her departure from one championship. She says, it comes to a point you worked so hard and the numbers are right there. The views and everything. A lot of people do tune in to watch me and everything. In the past, I feel like in some situations I was kind of being taken advantage of. The rematch with Maisa Bastos, I was kind of talked into taking the match because it was brought to me from the matchmakers saying if I didn't take the match, I didn't know when the next time I was competing. And unfortunately, that's kind of what happened the last 6-7 months. Me and my team, we were just basically like, there's no matches being planned. Should we just ask for a release? Because the agreement was competing a lot and having like 4 or 5 matches a year. That's kind of what I signed up for. So that sounds like what UFC BJJ is about to do. Yeah, that sounds exactly like what UFC BJJ is about to do. And I just saw another post too. I don't know if I can pull it up. MMA News, Facebook. Let's see. Wait, did they have one on here? Ooh, I'm getting tired. I don't see it. What was this? Oh, that's something. Ooh, MMA News, Facebook. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. I don't know what the name is. Where's this thing at? I saw this. I don't know how true it is. It's from MMA News on Facebook. It says UFC pay-per-view numbers reportedly on continued noteworthy decrease. So some of this is because the streaming, it's on, I think Netflix and ESPN, they just do that subscription model. So I believe I'm not sure if you need to do pay-per-view at that point, or maybe you still have to pay pay-per-view. It says from Disney's earnings report, ESPN paid UFC less money in Q3 of 2025. I think we're in Q3 now. Let's see, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, we're in Q3, right in the middle of Q3. Q3 of 2025, then Q3 of 2024, because of lower average buys per event. Translation, already bad pay-per-view numbers got worse year over year. UFC needs a superstar for these numbers to recover, with none in sight. So we see that the UFC, their marketing sucks. They don't put nothing into the marketing. They got that Nina Marie girl, and it's like very low effort, social media kind of driven marketing that it's missing the mark. It's not exciting. Doesn't make you want to tune in. It almost shows too much of the fighters' personalities. Like, the fighters ain't got no personality. Look at the jiu-jitsu people. These fighters ain't got 2 brain cells to rub together. So when you let them talk, I don't know if you ever watched the fighters. They're like, well, I don't like him. He sucks, so I should fire him. But, like they're just, the whole thing is backwards. So I've been telling you the UFC ain't doing well. Whenever these private equity firms get in, control these companies, they just pull all the value and profit out of them and then sell it off again. How many times has the UFC been sold? Can anybody tell me? Because, I think it's been like 2 or 3 times already. Maybe 4. Nah. Well, Faritas, wait. Let's go back all the way. You had the original owners. Then you had the Fertitas. And then Endeavor. Is that Endeavor? Then TKO. There might be another one. So maybe 5 times if somebody can confirm for me. Let's see a couple comments. You guys know I don't like the UFC. Let's see. It says, because the prices are ridiculously high nowadays to watch a couple fights on your freaking TV. People are Googling watch UFC for free after years of thinking that concept had been impossible. It's simple. They need to get away from the pay-per-view business model. It's not 2008 anymore. Nobody's buying pay-per-views. People are streaming fights for free and getting better quality than the people who pay for it. They put fights on every single week. They need to get TV deals and operate on a similar basis to the other major sports. I feel like the UFC has overplayed their hand. They're walking away from ESPN for a better deal, but the deal isn't coming. Meanwhile, ESPN has landed major deals with NFL and WWE this week. Not a good sign for the UFC at all. Raising the price didn't have anything to do with it. They need to figure out an altogether different approach to making their fights profitable. Nobody is going to spend the money when it's so easy to pirate. And even if, well, you should make it easy for people to watch and not have to pirate. I mean, if they gave more money to the fighters, people wouldn't pirate. But if all the money's going to Dana White and the shareholders, screw them. But they were like, hey, we're going to give more money to the fighters from the pay-per-view. People would, we would all pitch in for the pay-per-view. They would sell a ton more if they lowered the price. The pay-per-view model is robbery. Most times they put on subpar cards. The pay-per-view should be like UFC 300 every time. Yeah, I don't want to get into it. Gracie's weren't the original owners. They had partners. Horian and some other guys were partners. And Hoist Gracie made $50,000. Or was it $75,000? I don't really remember. I think it was $50,000. He made $50,000 back in 1993. Some of the fighters ain't making they still not making $50,000. And you guys gonna sit there and defend UFC and Dana White? Where's Quan at? You know, Quan's my friend, but bro, he loved the UFC. His cousin probably don't even make $50,000. Quan, how much your cousin make when he won his UFC fight? Did he make $50,000? Because I assure you that $50,000 in 1993 is worth way more than the $50,000 in 2025. Marley says, Big Dan is like a year older than me and weighs like 20 pounds more than double my weight. Yeah, he's a big boy. Oh, I didn't know Kenta fought that. My man JT. You guys think JT's washed up, but JT good, man. He's still good. Two-time lightweight or 77 kg champion, bro. You guys be underestimating JT, bro. JT's still good. Moneyberg. Let's watch Moneyberg. You know what? I think he's ready for his black belt in karate. What do you think, Lyoto Machida? I think he's ready. I think he's ready for his black belt, guys. Sin 60 says 50K in 93 is 100K today. So, yeah. You can't even make 100K in Quan's cousin didn't even make 100K in UFC, I don't think. Sorry, guys, I'm smacking. Got a little wafer here. You guys know I ain't got no energy today. I don't know what to say about Moneyberg, bro. I've said everything. I've said everything I can. I don't know what else to say. Danielle Kelly, we already saw this. She said I was kind of being taken advantage of. So that's the same. That's with one championship. Same thing with UFC. You know, I keep telling these athletes to go to CJI and you get treated with some respect. These dudes would sell themselves short for $5,000 when they could make $1 million with Craig Jones. And that's why Craig Jones burned out. Because he got to deal with some idiots all the time. We got Yanni. He says for the last 6 months, I don't know if you guys can even see that. For the last 6 months, I've had a form of arrhythmia called SVT. It eventually progressed to a point where I was having weekly episodes and decided after Final X an ablation, I don't know what that means, was needed. When I woke up from the procedure, I had a complication that caused my heart to stop for about 20 seconds. Oh, damn. Life is very short and very wild ride. I feel very fortunate and thankful to come out on the other side healthy, and now I'm able to train harder than I ever have before. I feel like a brand new man, and I'm excited to keep moving towards my goal of gold in 2028. If you guys don't know, 2028 is the Olympics, the next Olympics. Next up, the first ever RAF, Real American Freestyle card, August 30th. See you in Cleveland. I'll be ready. So it seems he had a health issue. We're starting to see this a lot more with the young people. I'm not quite sure why. I remember Bronny Jones had a heart issue.
It helps a lot to build your confidence and understand the concept of the techniques. I really like it. It was amazing.
How did it feel training over there up against the ramp? That was kind of different.
Oh, it's bad being on bottom against the pit. It definitely makes you feel very uncomfortable. I've been trying to explore a lot and try to figure it out, what works, what doesn't, what's comfortable for me, what doesn't feel comfortable and make you maybe feel my opponents, you know. So it's been a good experience. I feel that this kind of training.
Jason says Moneyberg pulls his kicks really bad, so yeah, black belt time. Yeah, basically. ADCC champ. So you guys, if you don't know Anna Carolina Vieta, I believe she is Adolfo Vieta's sister. So she's in that 4-woman division with Sarah Gaval. Oh, Wendy. If Wendy. Okay, Wendy, yeah. Yeah, whatever you say, Wendy, whatever you say. She's in that division with Sarah Gaval, Helena, and Adele for the $100,000. So, if they did UFC BJJ, they wouldn't make that kind of money. They're not going to give you $100,000 in the UFC BJJ. We got my man Isaac. He says Kazushi. So if you don't know Kazushi, that means off balance, basically. So apparently, Varsity Jiu-Jitsu is still not open. We talked about Varsity before. That's his new gym.
To my friend, I love you.
Yeah, apparently it's still not open. It looks good though. Maybe one day I'll have a gym. Shout out to my boy James. A lot of work, bro. Everything's a lot of work.
That my mastermind summit will be here at Studio 540 in Solana Beach. So let's go take a look at what the gym looks like. The main room here is a 40-foot by 40-foot sprung-loaded mat space equipped with crash pads that we'll be practicing our takedowns on. There are also 2 side matted rooms where you could roll into a private session with one of our world-class instructors. This facility is also equipped with a modern, clean, and spacious locker room, shower, and bathroom. There's also a coffee machine and laundry room as bonus added features in case you need to charge up before a session or do some laundry. Studio 540 has many unique features which will help make this mastermind world class. If you're interested in coming, make sure to fill out an application at the link in my bio. So
guys, that's $5,000 to go to that, so I can't go. Too expensive. You know what I could do with $5,000? It says Sidakov secures a spot for the Wrestling World Championship. So if you don't know Sidakov, he's one of the best Russian wrestlers. You know, he would beat the brakes off my man JB and Chamizo. He was so good. He could always score. Like, he'd be down and come back to win the match. So he's really good. He's not on the same level as the Sativ brothers, but he's good. He's in the red. So that's one match. For reference, they got, wrestling in Russia, Dagestan. You got to fight everybody from the Eastern Bloc, basically. And it's like those brackets, it's tough. They might have like 30, 40 people on the bracket. And there's only, 5 weight classes? I think there might be like 10 or 13 weight classes. I can't remember off the top of my head. But, it's tough to win in Russia. Just to get the chance to go compete internationally is tough in Russia. So, Sidakov is one of the best to do it. Sedulaev's really good. Got Amanda Bruce. She's joining Team Alione. They catching a lot of athletes. They got Wojcik. They got Kinta. They got Barbosa. I might need a new sponsor, Alione. I don't think I'm repping the inverted gear anymore. We got my man Devontae. What you got to say?
UFC BJJ. Reason number 1. First off, Mason and I are 2 of the best athletes in the world at 205, right? As per Full Grappling Rankings, I am number 10, and that's because I've only had 1 match at 205, and that happened a few weeks ago, where I submitted the number 10 ranked athlete at 205. And Mason, his track record goes without saying. He's been one of the best in the world at both 205 and heavyweight for, I don't know, maybe like the last 3 years or so. And he actually beat the current number 1 ranked athlete in the world by submission. So the fans deserve to see what happens when 2 titans collide. And as I said before, we're 2 of the best in the world at the 205 division, and it would be amazing to see who wins that match. All right, guys, reason number 2 that this match needs to happen ASAP is because although Mason Fowler is one of the best in the world, in the last 2 UFC BJJ events, he has not faced what Islam Makhachev would call
the real contender who deserve high-level fight.
So both of the guys that he fought in the last 2 UFC events were not ranked athletes, okay? And this is a chance for the UFC to legitimize that title that Mason Fowler currently holds by giving him one of the top ranked athletes in the world at 205. All right, reason number 3, I think this match should happen is simply because I want the match. If Mason Fowler needs an opponent to continue to build his resume as UFC BJJ champion, I want that match. Like I said before in previous posts, I'm looking to continue to climb my way up the 205 division. I'm new to this division. I've only had 1 fight in this division so far. I'm looking to challenge myself against the best athletes on the planet. Mason Fowler is one of the best athletes on the planet. UFC, you know what they say, closed mouths don't get fed. So I'm looking to make it clear and to let it be known that I want that match, I'm willing to take that match. Just send me location.
Send me a message.
Devontae's good. I just don't like to see these athletes begging for matches when UFC should be the one. Claudia should be the one begging you, Devontae. You don't need to beg Claudia. You know, that's the issue with these organizations. They got you begging and jumping and dancing. Please, Mr. Dana. Please, Daddy Dana. Can I? You know, they doing the TikTok dances. I can't do the TikTok dances. I'm too old. I'm monk status. But they're over here. Devontae's good. He don't need to be shucking and jiving to get on there. He just, hey, they should be looking for him. Hey, Devontae, we think you're a great fit. We think you're going to be exciting. We want you on our show. Yeah, I don't see the says don't beg, don't ask, let them come to you. I'm not saying don't put yourself out there, but you know, Devontae is well established. He's had really great matches. You know, he did Aiga, he did BJJ Stars. Why he gotta beg and plead to the Symphony to be on UFC BJJ? Why don't he go to CJI? He can't get on Misfits, America's Misfits team, or one of the other teams? I just don't understand it. And honestly, it's because he doesn't know Claudia. He don't know Claudia or whoever the other dude is. That's why. You know, they got a lot of Brazilians on there. They don't have too many Americans on there. They had a Garmo and Mason Fowler last time and Tackett. Those are the only Americans on there. So I just whenever I see people begging to be on the show, and you know, I just that, you know, even from the standpoint of now if you don't got a name, okay, maybe beg and plead, but you know, from a negotiation standpoint, when you're begging to get on the show, you're not going to have any power to negotiate for yourself. You're going to be leaving a lot of money off the table because you're going to take whatever offer they give you so you can make it on the show. But that ain't the right way to do it, man. Go to the shows that want you on there. Don't go to it's like dating. It's like dating. Look for the people that want you. Don't look for the people you want. And you know what, Devontae, go win some big tournaments and then have Claudia call you. Have her slide into your DMs. So I assure you, she got too many people in her DMs. She ain't checking. Josiah says, would Gianni Grippo ever be on UFC BJJ again? I don't think so. He got knocked off of there. He didn't have a good show, and Claudia was not impressed. You got one time to show off for Claudia. If you ain't showing out, speaking of Claudia, she right there. If you ain't showing out for Claudia, you ain't gonna get another tryout. Speaking of Claudia, she got a Rolex GMT Master she got one. Is that for Moneyberg? 100,000 reais. What is that in US dollars? Close to 18,000, almost $19,000 watch, courtesy of Moneyberg, and then she's got this Hermes belt over there, 6,000 reais. So I don't know what that is. So her watch is worth more than my net worth, basically. So you over there, Devontae over there begging to be on her show. She don't care. They did not make her look good. Where's her makeup at? She got the Hermes shoes on. Travis Scott's over here, 18,000 for that. Hey, eyes. So you know she making money, you know, but a lot of this money ain't worth it, guys. A lot of this money. Is that a jiu-jitsu guy? A lot of this money is just not. Oh, that's Anderson. A lot of this money, bro, they be selling their soul for that. We said Sidakov won his world team spot. Great job. Save the date, March 7th and 8th, 2026. We got the Big Ten Championship. So For the love of God, I want to go to the NCAA championship, but it's the same time as Pan, so maybe I can go to Big Ten. It's going to be at the Bryce Jordan Center, so that is Penetration State. They might jump me, so I need some backup. So I'll see if I can go, but I need some backup. Speaking about money, we got Ronaldo Jr. over here looking stylish in his Tesla. I for sure can't afford a Tesla. I don't think Ronaldo Jr. is a good fit for this tournament. Is that show you roll? I don't know. I don't think his style is a good fit for this tournament, but whatever. We got the Daisy Fresh going out there to the Jiu-Jitsu Con. All right, shout out to them. Where the Wiltsy bros at? Where's Jacob Couch at? B team sandbagging Crianches. They got the squad over here, the big bros, the big boys. Looks like they're getting ready. Yeah, B team. You guys love B team. Is that Joseph Chin? Hey, Joe Chin. We got some. They got a good crew. As far as what's going on at B team, somebody mentioned it yesterday, but they're doing ecological and MMA, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. Oh, we already saw this. Don't date the black belts and don't date the white belts at your gym. Don't date at your gym. We saw that already. We saw that too. Says Jason Rao appreciation post. We almost done today. Says I gotta come out and say I love Jason Rao, not me. No Diddy. This dude is humble as heck and really knows his stuff. What I love about his instructionals is he doesn't beat around the bush, but always starts with solid fundamentals. And then will show a few things he knows are effective rather than 50 things that you will never learn. He doesn't feel the need to show off through over systemization of techniques. He keeps it succinct and always fits in the right amount of details. The guy has made me twice as good at BJJ in under a year. My personal favorites are his outside Ashi and K-guard instructionals. You rock, brother. Yeah, Jason Rao making that money. Hey, that's Dara. Yeah, Akana. Yeah, Jason Rao making some money. He deserves to make that money. He's a good coach, good instructor. So he's doing it. Yeah, check him out. He's good. Says tomorrow marks 3 years since the tragic death of Leandro Lo. So I think Azam didn't know that Leandro Lo passed or something like that. So this came up because not only was the killer on trial, they pushed it back, but there was also a AI rendition of what happened that night when he was killed. So that was kind of circulating around the community for a little bit. It says, first of all, the trial of the murderer is delayed again with no reports of the prison justice and retribution. Absolutely disgusting. Secondly, I want to call out Rickson Gracie, who made disgusting and crass comments regarding Lowe's death. Lowe was a better martial artist and man than Rickson or Helio could ever hope to be. Shame on them. What did Rickson say? Yeah, I didn't know Rickson said anything. Rickson got Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or something, bro. Yeah, shout out to Leandro. I think we're about the same age too. He just loved life, man. Love the dance. Love to party. So what did Rickson say? I'm out of the loop. Why come after Helio? Man, do your research on the Gracies, bro. Says if the champion had chosen a peaceful life to handle the situation, things might have turned out differently. Well, why did the dude have the gun at the club anyway? That dude was gonna hurt Leandro regardless of what he did. When someone's got it out for you, it doesn't matter what you do. If somebody wants to kill you, what are you gonna do? You gotta kill them before they kill you. But if you don't know they trying to kill you, good luck. He says, if a champion had chosen a peaceful way to handle the situation, things might have turned out differently. That's pretty crazy coming from the people like Hickson, who would just beat people up on the beach all the time. But big egos sometimes lead people to believe they're invincible, which can lead to terrible consequences. His action was legitimate. He was surrounded by 6 jiu-jitsu guys. The officer was not surrounded. He was dealt with handily after a drunken stupor, saved by the crowd that separated them, and ran to his belongings to retrieve a pistol. Hickson, someone said, you're misquoting Hickson. In fact, what you attributed to him shares only a slightly similarity to what he actually said. What he actually said is not incorrect. Definitely a tad unnecessary to comment on someone's death in a way, but not incorrect. Why comment at all? That's my thing. Why comment at all? Hickson got Parkinson's, bro, but he should have just shut the F up, bro. Hickson, I would slap Hickson. You want me to slap? He got the Parkinson. He over there shaking. I'll slap him. Come over here, old man. Yeah, why comment at all, Hickson? Nobody cared about your 2 cents, Hickson. We saw what you and the Gracie brothers did fighting on the beach. Now, if somebody had shot Hickson, you guys would be crying over Hickson. And he beat up more people than Leandro Lowe ever did. He says Hickson wasn't wrong. De-escalation is always the best option. Was probably a bit soon, but he wasn't wrong. I mean, that dude was ready to take Leandro out. I believe it was over a girl or something, or some disrespect, but when somebody got out for you, bro, that dude say they never got into it, that dude would have come up to Leandro at the end of the party and still got him. He was wrong, and he's being punished by God with dementia. Yeah, Hickson, I don't know. Hickson did some stuff too. These Reddit people, you guys love Reddit people, but sometimes I read their comments, I'm like, let me get out of here. It says Blue Belt self-promotes to purple belt, opens a new gym. So that's what you guys trying to do. If I give Josiah a blue belt, he's going to try and do that. What are my thoughts on PGF? Well, I talked a lot about PGF today. It's okay. I don't think a lot of those guys deserve to be out there, but they're out there. I think a lot of those guys are going to be broken, and their career might be cut short because they did PGF. I think a lot of them guys ain't going to make any money. I think it is a move in the right direction. I think they should have had better people on there, but they're doing the best they can. They brought that what's that kid? The Maya. Is his name Damien? I don't know what this kid's name is. They brought the really good kid in who's gonna beat everybody up. So yeah, they're trying. I have not been following them too closely. I am not watching them on YouTube. I'm not watching the 7-hour stream. I mean, I barely stream 2 hours. I'm not going to watch 7-hour streams of somebody else. So, how would you self-promote yourself to a higher belt? I'm confused. You just buy the belt and put it on. You gotta be delusional, bro. Dominique. Okay, yeah, that kid, he's good. He said put some respect on his name. Well, Dominique, you gotta promote yourself. Not like this dude over here giving himself a purple belt, but social media, yada yada, podcasts. Put yourself out there, bro. I keep saying it. Put yourself out there. People are not gonna find you, even if you win the tournaments. They're not gonna find you. You gotta differentiate yourself somehow. How you do that is up to you. Look at how he tied. That looks about the same as Jason Off, though. I mean, that's how you guys be tying your belts anyway. Josiah and Marley. He says, let me read that. This is extremely unfortunate. I promoted Jesse Miller to blue belt approximately 3 months ago. He trying to keep up with Moneyberg. Excuse me. He has since taken it upon himself to promote to Purple Belt. When I called him out on this, he deleted and blocked me. He has been running a gym in Lebanon that was affiliated with Fusion, and that affiliation is effectively terminated. This is extremely frustrating, and I expect every single individual under my banner to hold themselves to a higher standard. So, I believe you should never have given that guy a blue belt. Look at this dude. Didn't tie his belt right. Why did you give that guy a blue belt? He can't even tie his belt right. So that's on him. He messed up, bro. Yes, Dominique. Yes, right there. Says everyone is asking about the black belt in the photo. Who? That old dude's a black belt? Yo, you know his belt ain't tied right either. Everyone's asking about the black belt in the photo. When asked, he said, I got it online by sending videos in. That sounds like Gracie University. When I asked to see the certificates to prove this, he blocked me. This can be one issue, you know. Don't give these people belts, bro. My man Josiah and Marley trying to get, yeah, of course he's good. He won trials, didn't he? Didn't he win the trials? We talked about this earlier. We got the Askren Strong rash guard. I think 100% of the profits, the proceeds, will go to Ben Askren's recovery. Which reminds me, I think he has a video out. Let's look up Instagram. We almost done, guys. I'm about to crash in a little bit. Ben Askren. Look at Ben getting it, bro. He got them tubes in him though. I believe he was fighting an infection or something. So, you know, those are attached to his lungs, I believe. Are you getting the rash guard? Maybe. But look at Ben. You know, he's over here doing it. He for sure gonna work out, but you know, you can't outwork the infection. Did you guys know you can't outwork those bacteria? So he's doing the best he can. That's all he can do. He got the white belt on. Yeah, he got the white belt on. You know, this is humbling for us and also for Ben Askren. So stay humble in your lives, guys. Anything can happen to you. You know, I bet Ben Askren thought he was untouchable, but you know, everybody's touchable. No Diddy. I think this is the last post we got. It says, "Is Kingsway not really full? Saw earlier posts that there were hundreds of signups and that people should come early to ensure they could get into completely full classes. Then this Instagram post makes it seem like the classes aren't that full." Gordon addressed this on his YouTube. Not as full as he expected based on pre-registration, but it's also just a couple of days. Well, you know what? I'll be honest. The first couple, it should be blown up already, right? You think Gordon Ryan, boom, gonna be boom, blow up. That means there's some disconnect between Gordon Ryan and the real life. You know, the social media, you guys got to realize this social media stuff ain't real. A lot of it's fake. It's bot. So, you know, all that stuff he said and did, you know, it's not the best image for, you know, new people trying to join his gym. And if you're in Austin, you probably already train. You probably train at B Team. You probably train at 10th Planet. You probably train with the Tackets or somebody, or Sanji. I don't know. We don't know anything about the location. We don't know anything about the pricing. We don't know anything about the school. It might be in the worst area possible. Says Gordon addressed this in his YouTube video. Not as full as he expected based on pre-registration, but it's also a couple of days. And it was Monday, 6 a.m. class. It should be packed, bro. Gordon Ryan is a huge name, but there are so many schools in the Austin area. BJJ being a niche sport in general, And I'm not sure what he's charging if his instructionals are anything to go off of. It's probably going to level out at some point. Not to mention that a good number of people who train don't know who he is. There are people in my gym who don't know who he or Craig are. Most people don't know. They're busy with their own lives. They're just training to get better and have zero interest in BJJ culture. This is a lot of people. This is a lot more people than most people realize. I'd say the majority of my gym has no clue who any famous BJJ people are. They know the Gracies, but they might not know who Grippo or Gordon is. He said, yeah, I say only maybe 20% of people who train at my club regularly follow pro grappling. This was way less when I started. Even I couldn't name the current world champion back when I was a blue belt, apart from guys like Marcelo and Hodger. Well, we didn't have social media back then. When I was coming up, I knew all the names and their games and blah, blah, blah. As soon as I got my black belt, I started caring less and less. And now I'm starting to be I have no idea who this guy is. I'm just here to train. I've been training for a majority of the last 3 years, and I only know the big names, a few. Only reason I know them is because people kept mentioning names like Gordon and Craig, so I did some research. People that have academies have gone over this before. Being a champion at BJJ doesn't matter when it comes to class signups. What matters is having a really good kids program. Not just a kids program, you got to have a good offer. You know, I remember the Lloyd Irvin 30 days free, 1 week free. Nowadays, they want to let you try one class for free. So you got to have a good offer. You got to have things that differentiate your program from other people's program. Could be pricing, could be facilities, could be instruction. It's got to be something though. It will be a successful gym if it's bound to be with Gordon and Danaher, two of the best in the game for sure. Is it somewhere I would want to visit and train once or twice? Yeah, but is it somewhere I would want to train at every day? No, not at all. And that uniform policy isn't for me either. Gordon thinking there would be queues of people outside of a mile long was a bit of an overstretch. Jason Whitfield said he's going to go out there, though. Josiah says, I'm going to get physical therapy for my bad back and neck issues. My martial arts is going to be fired. Grippo, daddy is coming for you. No Diddy. That's me. I don't know anyone. How you practice jiu-jitsu and don't know who Grippo is? The only people that know who Grippo is are the people at Bodega. I only know him as your husband. That's true. That's true. Can I like this post? How do I like this post? Dang, that was good. That was like that was good. Oh, dang, Josiah, bro. Yeah. Says the room is huge and looks to be a full mat. Most new schools would be lucky to have 25% of. Well, no, that's not true. Well, they did a pre-registration, so look at Fion's school. I mean, her school is smaller, but that thing was packed. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think it's about likability. So Gordon Ryan, you guys might learn from Gordon, but would you like to train with Gordon? I would say no. Who at B team would you like to train with? I mean, Danaher, you can learn from Danaher, but he's a little creepy and weird. Maybe Giancarlo or Nicholas, maybe. I don't know. They doing their own thing too. So kind of contrast that with like Marcelo Garcia. You see Marcelo, you're like, oh man, he looks so friendly. I think I can learn a lot from him. Or, some of these other people, a little bit more approachable and, outgoing. Keenan, if you went to Keenan's Legion, you're going to have a good time. Keenan and having fun. He ain't going to push you too hard unless you want to. She got the top-notch facility, sauna, and cold plunge. Yeah, Fion. I need a private lesson, respectfully. Plus, Gordon made a post slashing Fion in her gym. That's true. But look at him now. He's suffering. He over there here downplaying that lady, and now he his gym ain't doing that well. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm tired, bro. United Airlines got me. They they just messed up everything yesterday. Did you guys see that? Let me pull that up real quick. They had a software downage. And that basically killed all the flights. NPR says I need a private lesson from Gianni. Yeah, Nogi platform, all Diddy. Says hundreds of United Airlines flights were disrupted on Wednesday evening, that was yesterday, as the carrier grappled with major computer system outage. So my flight got canceled out of Newark, so I got cooked, bro. Begins shortly after 6 p.m. and they just canceled the flight, so that's why I'm a little tired today, guys. I'm probably gonna skip training too. I'm pretty tired. So yeah, shout out to United. You guys suck. I don't know if I'm flying United anymore, man. They freaking suck. Yeah, it was all across America too. I think some international flights were stalled out too. So yeah, thank you, United. Aslam says no gi and no rash guard, socks only. All right, guys, I'm done. That's it for today. Yeah, that's basically it. We talked about Danielle Kelly. She got let go from one championship, so maybe you might see her at UFC BJJ or somewhere. We also talked about Moneyberg. He looks terrible as usual, even though he might get his black belt in karate from Lyoto Machida. That's it. We should be on tomorrow. Probably a little bit better timing. Today is Takedown Thursday, so go do a takedown for me. Do a judo throw. Do the judo chop for me. And as always, if you guys want to support the channel, please just tell people about the live stream. That helps a ton. Let people know the time and the channel. And that's it, man. I'm not going to tell you to sponsor the show or anything. Just do what you can, guys. Save your dollars for Craig Jones, though. We're going to give some money to Craig Jones on the 30th of August. And that's it, guys. Stay out of trouble. Stay healthy. Josiah, keep dreaming about Gianni Grippo, and one day he will appear. Aslam says Takedown Thursday. Tomorrow's freaking Friday with Gianni. Freaky Friday. Danny Choppa says supposed to get my judo yellow belt soon. Finally, sounds like a Takedown Thursday. All right, take it easy. Thank you, brother. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow, God willing, and stay out of trouble. Do your takedowns, and Fitness Friday tomorrow. So we gonna do some push-ups or something. We need to put that on a live stream. I should do that. That's it, guys. I'm out. We ain't got no video, no exit video. I need to make a new one. I'm not sure what it will be on there. All right, guys, I'm out. See ya. Peace.